Hi guys, he's Vin.
And she's Min.
And together, we're Vinmin. Woo woo woo. Oh my god, we have this intro down.
First time.
Yep, that was so good. Anyway, welcome to the Vinmin podcast. The podcast where nobody listens and we don't care because...
Oh yeah.
It's a new Vinmin era.
Yeah,
we're going to jump straight into it.
We don't care anymore.
No, not that we care before, but we care even less. You think we could care? If you thought we couldn't care less, you're wrong. Because now we care even less.
That's not true. Can we watch TV?
Huh?
Can we watch TV?
No.
I think that's what we should do.
That would just be too distracting, I think. Anyway, I'm just going to jump straight into it because I'm really annoyed.
Oh.
No one appreciated our fucking episode, apart from Chris. Maybe.
That's because he was part of the... It's all the behind the scenes.
I think it was a bit of a weird one, maybe.
It was very weird.
People don't seem to like our weird ones. They like the low effort ones. The ones where we have no plan at all.
Mm.
We don't know where it's going. We're just chatting shit because we didn't have time to prepare anything.
Yeah.
That always seems to go down a lot better, which I guess is good.
Well, it's good that people... I mean, you wouldn't want people to like the difficult, high effort
right.
stuff. Yeah.
But it's just...
But yeah, it's... I don't know. It's just a disconnect, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought last week's episode was fucking hilarious.
But also, what are you basing this info on?
Myself.
No, that people don't like it, I mean...
Just lack of feedback.
Lack of feedback, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking what we should do, which would be funny, is, you know, the competition that's running.
Oh yeah, Tim, you're out,
spoilers.
first of all. Oh, sorry.
That's part of my admin announcements.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Didn't hear that bit. What we should do is when the competition ends,
yeah,
the podcast ends forever. So it's on the people.
So dramatic.
It's on the people to
keep
the podcast
it going.
That's the pressure as a listener.
It would just be like Chris and Joe, though.
I know, but they can never stop listening on the podcast ends forever. It's good for viewer retention.
Yeah.
Anyway, so big admin update. And normal bit, so every single person we've called out so far has failed to respond, meaning none of our friends do listen that we've called out. So if you're in the competition still, congrats. Because we've knocked out at least, 4 or 5 people?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm making a special announcement for Tim. He's out.
Yeah.
I gave him a week. And I felt bad, actually, because he contributed to the last step. Did a little voice note.
Right, yeah.
And then I was messaging him. And he was just being so nice. And he explained. He was like, oh, sorry, I stopped listening because you start talking about everything everywhere. And I don't want to get spoiled on it because I haven't seen it. I was like, that's nice.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But in the back of my mind, I was like...
And he's got children, hasn't he?
TikTok,
does he have 2 kids?
He's got 2 kids, yeah.
Yes.
Basically, it's understandable. But part of me wanted to be like, oh, by the way, you should probably listen to the last step. Because you're on the chopping block.
Oh. Wait, which one was he on the chopping block for? Because I don't think... We didn't do it the last episode. The episode
before that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm adding another rule because I believe Chris tried to get Byron to listen when he was on the chopping block, but that still failed.
Really?
But
yes, I heard Byron refuse because
from now on. Oh yeah.
Because he was like, if I want to hear them chat, I'll just chat to them or something.
That's the Gen Z approach to podcasts. It's kind of true.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway, but I'm adding a new rule from now on. And anybody can email us in to report this. If there's any reports, any evidence that people have been tampering, okay, try and be like, oh, hey, Byron, you should listen to the app. I won't tell you why, but you should really listen. That's not allowed.
Yeah.
Because if they need to be prompted to listen, then they're not a loyal listener.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm just saying, from now on, no tampering. If your best friend is on the chopping block, don't tell them.
You can't say anything.
Or if you can, but if you get caught, you're banned. You're not just out for the competition, you're banned as a listener.
Oh no, don't ban them as a listener.
They're banned.
And we'll have no one left.
But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, Tim being out, huge blow to the competition.
Yeah.
And while I'm at it, I'm going to do the next call out. And it's a combined Chris and Joe. Because that's what it comes down to.
Both of them.
That's the end of it.
Oh my god. If they don't.
So if one of them, for whatever reason, doesn't listen, but they will.
Wait, you need both of them? We need both of them to.
No. I'm doing it again out because it would be Joe, then Chris, or Chris then Joe. But realistically, they're the same level of loyal listener.
Oh my god, it's F1.
Max Verstappen. Yeah.
Okay.
But it does just come down to them.
Yeah.
But I will, even though I said no tampering, I do accept negative tampering, such as sabotage. If you want to somehow make it so the other loyal listener does not have access to Vinmin for a week somehow.
How would they do that?
Hospitalization / EMP strike.
Okay.
Then go for it.
Yeah, that seems doable.
I'll just say I don't mind if you play dirty to win. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Anyway, that's alright. I feel like I had another admin update, but
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I do. Season 1 of Vinmin will be ending on what's the date?
Oh yes, end of the month.
End of the month. We've decided, we've decided to do 3 months on 1 month.
27th.
27th.
Yeah.
Okay, season 1 of Vinmin ends on 27th of March.
We're going to take a month
so
off.
You guys know. Yeah, so we're doing 3 months on, 1 month off.
Yeah.
Just to give us a little break and to think of things. And
try and be creative. Come up with new ideas.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's just to keep it sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we need a break.
Just letting you guys know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Where we're at with Vinmin.
Yep.
But yeah, I enjoyed the last step. Yeah, so the Vinny official episode rankings is number 1. No Mickle No, for me. I think.
Oh, for you, yeah, that was a great one.
Number 2, the last step.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you say, I think that basically those are our least popular eps on our analytics.
Yeah. But they're our favourites.
I was thinking actually maybe the last step as well. Obviously, it's a bit weird and kind of unclear.
Yeah.
But because we had this whole it's made by a robot thing.
Yeah.
I think maybe people. I mean, by design, it's unclear what's made by a robot.
Right, we didn't really explain it, did we?
But I basically came up with all of it.
Yeah.
The robot's useless.
The robot did nothing.
Sorry, ChatGPT.
Yes, so should we just explain that?
Because you think people think that the blackening, they think that's a
robot
concept.
You think... You guys don't think ChatGPT...
I've been trying to bring that to Vinny for months, but I've been censored.
Yeah,
and then Yaz is like, this is so funny.
Oh,
Yaz formed a parasocial relationship with me after last step. She was like, you're like a celebrity. And she wanted me to say we gotta go black.
No. We've got to go black. I kept replaying it as well.
It's funny.
The trailer was just like, obviously I edited the trailer, so I'm bigging myself up a bit here.
It wasn't edited by a robot.
No. No, but it was so well done. Like your description. I love the bit, when you're like, someone's gotta do something. Can you do it? Please, it's so funny.
Someone's gotta do something.
No, it wasn't like that. It was
just
did it.
Listen to the app. Just edit it in.
It was.
That was performer Vinny. He's gone now.
Oh no.
I'm just back to depressed. Vinmin podcast Vinny.
That's what the people like.
That's what they like.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. God, my calluses are crazy.
Are they?
Sorry, this is a bit of a.
Are you ever gonna
side note?
Sand them down? I sand mine all the time.
What does sanding them down do?
Well,
Just make it less callous?
No, it's. I mean, you don't get this problem, but it's just so that it's smooth, so you don't have edges to rip off.
Well, it is already quite smooth. That's the thing.
I mean, you don't get rips, do you? So
no, I don't. They're just getting thicker because of climbing.
Yeah.
I boulder, guys.
We're talking to Yaz climbs over here.
Yaz climbs.
We should do. Why don't we do the scammer segment again, but with the Yaz climbs the DM guy.
No thanks. Yeah, some guy followed me and then he was like, "Hey, I hear you're at the Ravens Wall. Mind if I follow you?" And then for a second I didn't know if he meant like follow me at the gym.
I think
just
he does mean follow you. Like, can I follow you?
I think he meant on Instagram.
No, because why wouldn't he just follow you? Why is he?
He did follow me though. That's the thing. But I think it was just a weird. He followed me and then he messaged me.
Okay.
Strange. Anyway.
Strange.
That was so strange.
Thanks to Ravenswall.
Yep.
Where can we get Ravenswall sponsor? I reckon we could get like a block fit sponsor.
I also want Modi Body and Fluxy's sponsor.
I really genuinely, unironically think you should message them.
Really?
Not for this, but for Yaz climbs. I think you can get.
But it's just not related to climbing at all.
Is.
I can make it work.
How do you climb more on your period? No,
yeah. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Modi Body and Fluxy's.
We're going on Modi Body and Fluxy's.
Huh?
We're not going on about Modi Body and Fluxy's.
Fine. Anyway, they're like period
we will
pants.
if we get paid. Hear that, Modi Body and Fluxy's?
They're period pants. That's it. That's done.
Yeah.
Segment over.
Yep. Anyway, have you got everything? You said everything you want. I kind of got it. I interrupted your rant. Are you done on the topic?
I guess so. I just
Yaz is experiencing being an artist.
It's just hard, like when you're trying to be creative, and it's like, okay, I've got something I'm really excited about, and I'm going to put a lot of effort in.
It's like when you draw something and you do it kind of not very neat because that's what you like to do, and then you show your girlfriend.
This is different.
And she says, "You should really try and make this neater." And it's like, you don't even get what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay, because this
you
is
don't even
you.
understand my artistic intent.
What do you think? But it's just what. Sorry, I'm telling you my opinion. It's fine. It's hard being creative and putting all of this effort in, and then you get excited about it, and it's like, it's not even that like people think it's shit, but it's just like it doesn't match up. Like your like your excitement over it doesn't match up to other people's experience of it. They're just like, oh yeah, cool, and I'm like, oh, this is like the most exciting thing that I've ever like had fun doing. Like, does that make sense? This is the most exciting thing I've ever had fun doing. I feel like those words don't make sense.
They don't, but they get the gist.
Yes.
It's fun. Yeah. It's like making a movie, and then imagine you spend years making a movie and someone just watches it in 2 hours.
That happens, doesn't it? Yeah, people are just like, that was shit.
Yeah. Or even not even shit. If it's just good,
It was mid. Yeah, because
I liked the bit when jumped out of the plane. That was cool.
Who jumped out of the plane?
I don't know. Cool movie.
Yeah.
Point Break.
It's like Klara and the Sun. Actually, I read it and it's like a really good book. Like, and who's it by? Kazuo. I don't even know how to say his name. Kazuo Ishiguro.
Everyone knows this guy, I think.
Yeah, he's like Nobel Prize. What he won? Yeah, he won a Nobel Prize in literature. So, pretty decent writer. But I don't know. I didn't like. I didn't finish the book and was like, oh wow, that really made me see. So when I read, I just like to kind of feel like I've learned something, or it's changed my perspective on something, or made me just think, oh, that's like really like interesting, or gotten some message. I don't know. I'm not being very good with my words today, but I just read it and I read it and I was like, that was a good book, but That's it. And no other
Yeah.
opinion. It's kind of interesting because I feel like it's like it was the book. It's open to a lot of interpretation.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a lot of unanswered things. So that part is cool, but apart from that, it was just
You're just like, oh, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's so many things out there. It's not worth spending time on things that are pretty good.
Pretty good.
Everyone in the review things, I don't know, what do you call it? The beginning where it's like quotes from reviews.
Just that.
Quotes from reviews. They're like, this is a profound thing on love. Anything on love?
I've heard that as well. Just about what it means to love as a human or something. And I can't.
You're already a master.
Well, huh?
You already know so much about that.
Thank you.
But yeah, I get it. It's just it didn't blow you away.
Yeah, but no, people saying like, oh, it's a book about what it means to love as a human.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't really know. I can't say anything to you because you haven't finished reading it, so it'll be a big spoilers. But I know.
I mean, even I get that, and I've read 50 pages.
No, but I know there's a specific like plot point.
Oh, really? Okay.
I know exactly what they're talking about.
Oh, I see.
But
you just kind of like meh.
I'm still meh about it.
Well, do you know, this is my hot take.
What?
All books, kind of meh.
Really?
I find it so hard to like really resonate with a book.
I think that's because you can't visualize though.
Yeah, maybe, but I can. I don't
know.
know. I just feel like because you're reading words on a page, right? This may be my dumbest take I've had, almost smartest, but you're just reading words, right? But if you compare it to a movie or something,
because it's
like,
visual.
Yeah, but it's like there were words, and it's visual, and there's also employed actors who are designed to, like,
evoke
emotion. Plus, there's a musician who's designed to evoke. There's so many things firing. Whereas a book, it's like you have to like work harder.
Yeah. For
it to really get to you. I think the only book that's ever made me cry was The Book Thief.
Isn't that for like kids?
Yeah.
Harry Potter made me cry.
Yeah.
Have you watched Harry Potter?
Most of them.
Okay. Did you watch one where...
Thingy dies?
Which one? They all die. Big C. Dumbledore.
I don't want to spoil it for people in case they... I mean,
if they haven't watched it by now, then...
I don't know. Yeah.
That's on there.
I don't think I don't remember what I watched Harry Potter stuff.
I can't remember who did I cry for. I think I was in the 6th book. Yeah, it was when Snape killed Dumbledore.
Snape kills him. That's a spoiler to me.
Did you not know?
I just knew he dies. Jeez, bro.
Yeah, basically Snape kills him, but you think that like... So, because it's from Harry's point of view, he just sees Snape killing Dumbledore, and he's like, oh fuck, Snape really is evil. But then you find out that they had planned it together, because Snape was actually one of the good guys, and he was
I know about this, actually.
He was like a double agent.
Oh, he's like...
Dumbledore was dying anyway, so he
really?
was like, you have to kill me so that you can go to Voldemort.
Is the line about like he's like the whole time or something? Is that from Harry Potter?
Yeah,
Snape?
yeah.
Everyone goes on about that.
What is the line? It's like, oh yeah, it's
how
like,
long did you know?
All this time.
All this time.
Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's a bit sad. Because Snape was in love with Harry's mum.
Right.
Awkward. But let's not get into Harry Potter.
We can get into Harry Potter one day. That's what we should do. Okay, that's it. That's how I watch Harry Potter and how we... That's Vinmin season 2 is me just watching Harry Potter every ep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I want to do that, to be honest.
Really? Damn.
That's it's a long film. You not...
Are they all really long?
Yeah.
Because my thing with Harry Potter is I read like a book or two when I was a kid. But I feel like... Anyway. And then...
I read like the 4th one first.
Really, yeah.
Or something.
Well, because they were really popular when they came out. They're just everywhere. But my dad...
No, I watched the films first and then started reading it.
Oh,
But then I still read it in a weird order because I just went to like my library and like I was like, oh, this is the only one.
This is the Harry Potter
they have.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read it. Anyway,
That's cool. That's like Star Wars. You made it like Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anyway, I didn't go to cinema a lot when I was a kid. Basically, it was quite a rare thing. Yeah. And then my dad would, and this is Mark for the listeners. I don't know what the word is. The listeners with deep knowledge on the Vinnie dads situation.
Multiple dads.
This is a Mark story. Multiple dads. He used to take me, because like he'd pick me up from school and he'd be like, oh, we're going to cinema. And then
that's fun.
It was fun. And it was nice. I had nice memories. Anyway, and then we would watch Harry Potter. And basically he really liked, I want to say, Harry Potter 1 and 2. Because they were kind of like, this is, I don't remember them at all really. I haven't watched them since I was a kid. Really. But he used to like them, I think, because they were like kind of British humour, maybe? Is this right?
They're funny. They are British, so it's pretty, basically, like, I feel like back then, there aren't really a lot of, like, British films.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, franchises and stuff. It's all, like, American.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, it was cool to be like, oh,
yeah,
there's like a really popular...
It's true.
Like,
now it's quite popular. There's a lot of British stuff.
Because so many British actors were in it as well, like classic.
Yeah. Anyway, he liked it because it was funny, I think, basically. And then as it got darker and edgier, he just stopped taking me because he didn't like it anymore.
Oh, and then he stopped taking you.
He stopped taking me.
That's sad.
I know. It's a bit shit. But that's his approach to stuff.
That's funny.
Just like,
when he's no longer interested in it.
Yeah, but even with like music and like.
Do you remember when we were watching that TV show with him?
Yeah. Oh, he's so dumb.
And then he just kept fast forwarding it because it's like he was bored maybe.
Was it about Iceland?
It was about Iceland.
He recorded a show about just a 1 hour special about Iceland.
It was quite cool. It was like a travel.
Because we went again because we went to Iceland.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, this interests me. And he's like, oh, I recorded this thing about Iceland. Do you guys want to watch it?
Yeah.
And then we're like, yeah. And then we were watching it. And we were like, it's like an hour long. And we were like half an hour through. And then, because he's recorded it, he's seen it already. He just started fast forwarding it. And he was just like, oh yeah, this bit's boring. But it's like, well, maybe it's boring to you. But I don't know. I want to watch the programme.
Yeah.
But it's so like bizarre.
It's funny because he's like, this bit's boring. Whereas like we were having a great time.
Yeah.
Like for the rest of the
I think he's autistic.
The afternoon.
We need a.
God, everyone's autistic, aren't they?
But I think he actually might be. I don't know.
Do you think?
What do you think?
No.
No.
Oh, I just feel like it's thrown about so much. Some of the diagnosed autistic people I've met, I'm just like, you're not.
It's like the
you're
curb,
not autistic.
It's the curb thing.
What's the curb thing?
The curb app about the autistic kid. And then Larry's just like,
he's just a dick.
I don't think he's autistic.
You know what?
A dick.
Agreed.
Yeah, Mark's just a dick.
Maybe, oh yeah, because this is what I was saying. I was like, maybe he is autistic, but this is a different brand of autism. Like, this is not.
Something's going on over
This
there.
is not the same as like Dennis, you know.
Well, no, but something's going on.
It's like, well, if you can get a really nice autistic kid who cares about people's feelings, and then you've got like a dick, and you're like, oh, sorry for that. He's autistic, and it's like, well. Doesn't mean he can't learn manners, you know? Like, that's not a symptom of autism. I know because they're like, oh, lack of empathy or whatever. Why is lack of empathy part of autism?
But the thing is, even if you lack empathy, there's like an innate human urge to like try and fit in. So I feel like everyone just wants, you know, if you're a kid and you're like aware that you're a dick.
Yeah.
You still want to like try and get on with people.
Yeah.
A little bit. So.
Yeah. Like, you're not actively rude. But it's quite funny. So, like, sorry, this is a bit of a tangent. But, like, just the autistic kids that I've met, it's always the ones that are more verbal that seem to be the dicks. The ones that
really?
Can kind of, quote, fit into society better. Because they can have, like, a conversation similar to, like, you and I. But they just happen to always be like really rude and just do not give a shit about people's feelings. But the ones that are a bit like less verbal, I guess, or just like even ones that are like verbal but just I don't know, maybe more like Dennis, I guess, where like, you know, he can talk but it's just his conversation style is different.
Yeah.
But like those kids always just seem to just be a bit like kinda, I don't know, like it was so weird, like when me and my mum went to see Dennis, and then he would like the kid that he lives with, so Dennis has moved into like a residential home during the week recently, and anyway, so he lives with this other kid who's like the same age as him, but he's non-verbal. And then when we were leaving, Dennis was like to me and my mum, like, oh, give I won't say his name, but he was like, oh, so can you say bye to so and so?
Can you give him a fake name if you want? If you need to give him a name.
Jim.
Yeah.
Like, yes, can you say bye to Jim? I was like, bye Jim, like, and then like, Mum, can you say bye to Jim? My mum was like, bye Jim. And then he was like, oh, yes, can you hug Jim goodbye? And I was like, okay, I'll give him a hug. And I was like, Jim, can I have a hug? And he just like leapt up and just jumped to me, gave me the biggest hug.
Really?
And it was like just really sweet and like just very, I don't know, just very like, he just felt very like warm.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, like it's just, it's easier to build connections.
When people... That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that reminds me of this one time I hugged my grandma in Thailand. I think it's the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
And then basically she can't speak English, but she just gave me like this such like a big hug that I just started crying because I could like feel like it was just so like
you felt
there's so much love in it. And then I was like, yeah, so I guess it's like if you, I don't know, it's if you can't use words, you have to like make up for it almost.
Yeah, because you struggle to express yourself.
Yeah.
So you're gonna just like be a bit more exaggerated.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Like other areas.
Interesting.
That is it. Yeah, it is interesting because like the ones that are more like, I guess, severe on the spectrum, like just seem to really love like affection, and like they get a bit more attached to people, I would say.
Yeah, interesting.
But I don't know. It's just so, it's so broad, isn't it? Like autism. But yeah, and also maybe it's partly me being like a dick, like remembering like those kids and being like, yeah, I hate that kid. They annoyed me.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, you know what you're saying this ep is worse than anything I've ever said on this ep in terms of you getting cancelled.
I don't care.
You've always been worried about me, but this loose cannon.
What do you mean? What part of this?
Autistic kids that are verbal are dicks. Blanket statement.
I'm not saying that.
The more they talk, the more of a dick they are.
I'm saying out of the ones that I've met, that has
just clarified though. No, it's fine.
The ones that I've met, they just seem to be a bit.
Yeah,
rude.
It's interesting.
But maybe that's just how they express themselves.
Maybe if Dennis
when they're
could
annoyed.
Express himself better, he'd be a dick.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like maybe
yeah.
that's how they express themselves when they're annoyed. Whereas Dennis, like if he's annoyed, he'll punch a wall.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
He'll just get angry.
You can't articulate.
But yeah, but the more verbal kids, they're like, oh, I can use my words.
Yeah.
To like, and take it out on people, whereas like, oh, Dennis will like grab me or something. Oh my god, that just reminded me of that like clip of that guy when he was like, the random guy who was on a podcast and he was like, yeah, my brother like beats me up.
That was so funny.
That is so, yeah, it was so funny.
That's a good clip. We should, if you can be bothered actually,
yeah,
we should segment our YouTube videos.
Yeah,
And
I'd
B,
like
link things we talk about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Effort.
Next season.
Next season 2. That's the season 2 Vinmin.
Yeah.
Have you got any season 2 Vinmin plans?
No, that's what I'm spending
That's what the
April
month is.
doing. Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
need. That's why
Alright.
I'm taking a month off.
Okay. I feel like it's actually I like talking about a podcast on there, but I think we should not, because it's more fun if there's changes and surprises. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna get cancelled then. Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. But just because you always
in
always
essence.
are like, I'm gonna cut that. But
Really?
This is worse than anything I've ever said.
I
That's
doubt
all I'm
it.
saying.
I doubt it.
Vinmin Nation.
Ooh, we're
Please
all gonna
vote.
go black. That's you.
I didn't say, ooh, we're all gonna go black. And also, if I did say that out of context, that's pro black, if anything.
No, that's fetish. I can't say that word. Vision. What? What am I saying? Fetishizing. Fetish. Yeah, but how do you say that word? Fetishizing.
Fetishize. Oh, that is hard to say.
See?
It's hard because I got this.
It is.
Fetishizing. It's because I'm overemphasizing the
Fetishizing. Anyway, I'm joking. Yeah, sorry I interrupted that whole thing that you were talking about.
Yeah. It's okay. I just wanted to diagnose my father.
Alright, so you
Using
think
your-
Mark is autistic?
Something's going on. He's at that stage. You're like,
Something strange about that guy.
there's something strange about this guy.
He is a strange guy.
He's a nice person.
He's very
Just
nice.
Very strange.
But very strange. He could have Asperger's.
There's a strange threshold.
Yeah,
I think he's past it.
you're a little bit autistic as well. Maybe you've inherited it.
Maybe. I refute that statement.
I don't know. Dolores' friend is autistic now as well, apparently.
Everyone's autistic. Well, it's a thing they say in psychology
Yeah.
that, well, I don't know if they say it in psychology actually, but basically, the more people getting diagnosed with stuff, you can argue that it's just overdiagnosing, which is maybe true. It's definitely partly true. Like, because there's more attention brought to stuff.
Yeah.
But also, if everyone is depressed, for example, then, like, there's something else going on.
Well, then depression or whatever.
If
is
everyone's
different.
autistic, then, like, the barrier, the definition of what a human should do in society is wrong. If that makes sense.
Oh, right. If
That's what I'm
the
saying.
majority of us are actually, because like back in the day, you wouldn't be autistic. You'd just be like a crazy person.
Yeah, you'd be
You
in an
know.
asylum.
So now, like that, they understand. Huh?
Bring that one back. That'd be cool.
I don't think so. Idiot.
Sorry.
Yes. So that would be crazy if, like, in 100 years, they were like, oh, actually, like, the majority of people are actually, like, neurodiverse. Like,
Yeah,
because
but
you
we
could
just-
covering, like, autism, ADHD as well. Like, just people who struggle to fit into, like, the norms of society.
I feel like I'm in this very, very broad definition of just, like, people who struggle to fit into society. I have a job and stuff. I get on with my life. But it's so difficult for me.
No, but I think I'm the same, I was reading up about it, actually.
Yeah, this is where we're coming out. We're both autistic.
Oh my god.
That's
so
it.
nothing...
Vinmin's actually a autism podcast hosted by 2 neurodiverse hosts.
So nothing we say can be considered offensive because we're autistic.
Sorry if I was racist. I don't really understand what that means.
I don't have any empathy. Well, it's not my fault. Don't come for me.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. What was I saying? I'm so hungover today, I think.
You can't really blame me. You're derailing yourself.
I know, my neurons are just not firing.
They're just too
today.
diverse right now.
I'm just mega diverse. Like,
I'm just diversifying my assets. I don't have the attention span for this podcast.
Anyway,
diversifying.
So I was reading about...
Autistic people can read. Fucking hell.
Hey, an autistic boy, non-verbal boy, wrote multiple books.
I don't believe that.
It's on our bookshelf. Yep.
I don't believe
Pretty
that.
good.
We'll bring up another app. Fake.
What's it called?
Never... Something... Fall down 7 times.
Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Yeah.
That is a bit of an autistic title, to be honest.
That... What do you mean, autistic title?
What a silly title. No, not silly, just like...
That's funny.
It's very a weird title, no?
Yeah, but that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I forgot the name of his first book, though. But anyway, you guys can Google
6 times,
that.
get up 7 is his first book.
No, I'm pretty sure that was the second one.
No, his very first book is Fall Down 1 times, Get Up 2.
Oh, what? Okay.
Anyway, it's cool. He's got a Twitter account, you know. I think I showed you.
Yes, yeah, I think you did.
It's cool.
But yeah, so I was just reading about how people who are neurodiverse like just struggle, do things that are like expected of us, like working a 9 to...
us?
I mean, just society. Like working a 9 to 5 or whatever.
Right.
Yes, with that, and they were talking about like burnout, and then like it was just funny because you know you're like, oh, you can't do a 9 to 5, right? Like you struggle.
I do struggle with it a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like I struggle. Like I get burnt out quite quickly. Like, and I just get really stressed, and I work basically until I get really stressed and burnt out, and then I like either take annual leave or I just need to take like a sick day.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm just like it just makes me like actually like physically
Well,
ill.
this thing, there's something wrong with the system if you are like, oh, I do this until I'm physically ill, and then
yeah, because I can't do it consistently. I know that we have like annual leave. 9 to 5. Yeah, I can't do it consistently like in a healthy way. Like if I could, then we wouldn't have annual leave. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's true. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know,
annual leave shouldn't be like, oh, you know, if you should take annual leave, otherwise you're gonna like really like fuck yourself up. Like it should be like, oh, okay, like you deserve
Enjoy
to
your
go
holiday.
away somewhere and just like have a bit of fun. You know, it shouldn't be like, oh, I really need time off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I really need it to be the weekend. Oh, like, you know, like I'd messaged someone on Thursday, I think. Yes, about some. I needed something from them, and then I was just like, I hope you're having a good week or whatever. And then, she's like, more senior than me, and then, like, she like replied or whatever, and then she was like, nearly the weekend or something. I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was just kind of like she, you know, she was like needed a break, like she couldn't wait for like it to be the weekend. And it's just like, and this person's like quite a bit older than me as well, and it's just like it was like, oh, so it's like why I will just always feel like this, like no matter what job I'm doing or what position I'm at. You know,
I think maybe at your job, definitely.
Yeah, maybe at my company. But because you're like, oh well, the more senior you get, like managers don't do anything like that. You say that a lot, but it's like they're so stressed out all the time. Like they're way more stressed than
There's more
me.
responsibility and stress.
Yeah.
But in terms of actual
work
output, in terms of like if you think how much money you generate for a company through your work, it gets lower the higher up you go.
Yeah.
Like the guy flipping burgers at McDonald's is the guy who makes McDonald's money.
Yeah, but I get like decision fatigue.
There's other stuff. No, I'm not. You know, there's stuff.
It's hard. Like basically, because I struggle sometimes. I saw it online. Someone saying how, like they struggle with like the 9 to 5 where you have to like make decisions really quickly as well. And just like when there's just certain like when there's high expectations of you, and the expectation is that you have to do all of these things and just like be really focused and just be like okay with it. Whereas I'm just like, I can't, like, I don't know. Basically sometimes it just feels like my capacity for things is just so much lower than everyone else's, but I don't know if
you
like
never know what's
maybe
going on
it's maybe it's the same, but people just like cope with it better than I do. Like they have different strategies or whatever. Like, because why is everyone like needing to get drunk at the end of the week? You know, like after like, oh, it's the weekend now, like to take a break from work. Whereas like I don't really like drinking that much. Like I did like because I got drunk yesterday because it was Zara's birthday, but it's like I feel like shit today, and like I just feel like it's just I'm so slow, and I don't like what it does to my head afterwards. Like I feel like I want to be like I want to feel focused, and I want to feel refreshed, and I don't like just feeling like ugh, you know. So it's like I can't do that like every week like everyone. I basically I'm just gonna feel like shit all the time if I do that. But that's like for most people that's just how they cope with like a stressful job, right? It's why like, you know, I think we mentioned this like in another ep where like people who have really stressful jobs and they're just on drugs. Why everyone in finance is like doing cocaine for some reason, like because they're rich and they're stressed. But it's like, why is that a thing? Like that's so weird. Like this is not good for you. Like this is objectively like you're ruining your body, your health, like your mental and physical health. For what? So you can get paid at the end of the day, like at the end of each month, so that you can pay your bills, and then you can sometimes have a bit of fun, go on holiday, go to like nice restaurants, like do all these things, when overall your life is shit. Like what are you like? I don't know. Am I going crazy? Like what kind of life is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on a weird rant, but I don't understand how this is sustainable until we're like 70.
No, it's not.
When like most people,
it's not sustainable.
Not most people actually. A lot of people, we're gonna die before we retire, you know. And it's like, oh, is this really how we want to live our lives? Like what? And also, even if we do get to retirement,
no, it's
I'm gonna be, my body is gonna be destroyed. I'll be able to do fuck all when I get to that point. But thank God that I spent the most of my life like working at a job for a company who doesn't give a shit about me, who replaced me like, you know, whenever I've left a job, they replace me instantly, or they don't, and they get on with it. They don't care. Nobody cares. If I think about all the people that left my company, I haven't thought twice about them.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, oh my God, we're stuck without this person. Oh, we can't function anymore. It's like, no, we just need someone to do this job, and it's just transactional, and you're just getting paid, which is like fair enough. Maybe that is what jobs should be like anyway.
Yeah, I think
I don't really know where I'm going with this, but it just feels like. But then maybe this is why I'm just so overwhelmed, because this is how my brain is. Like, it's how my brain thinks.
Neurodiverse.
I'm neurodiverse. Yeah.
No, it's why I don't get. It's why I don't get why. Basically, I think similarly, I guess. Where you know, you're just kind of slowly dying while working.
Yeah.
And you're just trading your time for money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, often depends on your job, but at the expense of like your mental or physical health.
Yeah.
Etc. Depends on your job. But yeah, this is why I don't get. I mean, I guess we're kind of past this now as a society a little bit, but not really. But I don't get all the hate on sex work, and I to be honest, this is a bit of a Vinnie alpha call.
That's a bit of a plot twist to the podcast.
Is it?
I don't know. Why are we talking about sex work?
Because No, because basically, I feel like it's become more normalised on Twitter, and like OnlyFans is like a thing that people will like joke about, but it's like it's a part of culture now.
Yeah.
But it's like
people need sex.
No, but just I mean, before then, I was always pro sex work, even before it was normalised.
Okay.
Because I was like, who cares? But not just who cares, but like, we're all doing sex work, one way or another.
That's what I mean. We all need.
No,
everyone needs.
Not sex, but just.
Oh, our jobs are
your
sex
job
work.
is to like sit in a chair.
Okay.
And someone pays you, and it's like someone's got a chair fetish. You know, they're like, hey, sit in this chair and stare at this bright object for 9 hours.
Yeah, but.
And I'll pay you a couple K a year. Well, you know.
Yeah, but that's not sexual.
But it doesn't. My point is, it's like you don't like it, and
you just do
it's destroying your body.
Well, a lot of sex workers love it.
Yeah, some don't.
Maybe they don't.
Yeah, but my point is, it doesn't matter whether they like it or not. It's just that.
Are you saying it doesn't matter what job people have?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Yeah, I just don't get kind of like moral outrage towards certain jobs, because it's like, basically, I mean, I do get it, because some people are like, oh, this is.
Well, it's
wrong.
just how people view sex, isn't it?
Yeah, but what I mean is, it's funny that we're all just selling our bodies for money. That's all I'm saying. One way or another. Maybe you don't put things in your body, but like my shoulder hurts because I make coffee.
Yeah.
Like, I have wrist problems because I type too much on my old job. You can't function without like a £1,000 ergonomic chair. Like, your body falls apart. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like we're all doing the same thing, so you might as well get paid more. That's my OnlyFans, basically.
Right. Why don't you make an OnlyFans? Apparently it's hard work, actually, now that I say this. It's not easy. You think you can just, like, post a picture of, like, feet or whatever.
No, you've got to build... It's parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
The Vinmin podcast would be a good arm of an OnlyFans business, because people would be like, wow, I feel like I know these people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, just like replaces the, like, lonely void.
Wow.
Part, if you don't have a girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I brought up sex work. But,
You do seem to think about sex work a lot.
Really?
Well, since I've known you,
I guess it's
you've always been very pro sex work.
Really?
Is what I'll say.
Interesting.
Like, you bring it up.
I don't know. I don't get the hate. I mean, I do get it, but I don't get it personally.
Yeah.
Sense. Anyway, no, I don't know. I think basically it's just because of this weird, like, because basically how you're talking about work and stuff, you sound like a crazy person to a lot of people. But this is how I felt from like my whole life, even before I had a job.
But do I only feel like this because of like
maybe
the time I've spent with you?
But so
because I used to think it was cool that, like, I've been working since I was,
well, of course,
15 years old.
It's good to
if you count babysitting, actually, since I was like 12.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's good to, like, kind of it's one of my tenets in life, that it's good to like, rationalize your life, or you will have a breakdown.
That's why I'm having a breakdown.
Why are you having a breakdown?
No.
So, you know, if you are a bit
hard.
getting owned, then it's good to be like, yeah, I'm getting owned for myself.
Yeah.
It's like at work, our sink got blocked with, like, loads of food and stuff. Not like blocked, but like it wasn't draining.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I just had to, like, I was like,
this.
oh, what do I do? Like, do I use a plunger? And then one of the chefs came along and he just stuck his hand down it and pulled out all this gunk. And he's like,
is he wearing gloves?
I don't know. I mean, their hygiene's good, to be honest. But if he wasn't, he washed his hands off, to put it that way.
Okay.
But he was just like, it's not that bad. One of my old jobs, I had to stick my hand down the toilet before, and it's like, that's not good. It's like, don't be like, oh yeah, this is fine, you know, much better than my old job, bro. It's like, both are bad.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to do either.
Both terrible.
But the way he was saying was he was like proud of it.
Oh,
just being
like
yeah.
this is an upgrade.
Yeah, but also proud that like he'd
That
had
he'd
a shit
done
job.
that.
And it's like, fair enough, you know, I guess you should...
There is a lot of pride in that, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, same with me.
It's a working class thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's like, I've worked this hard doing this shitty job, and I did it well, and I've made something of myself. And now I work a slightly better job with slightly more money. Yeah, I'm a well-rounded person, and I...
It does, it's, like... You know, there's some merit to that. I just don't think it's like... I think there's a cap. I don't think you should do it for 50 years. I think the benefits you get of being a well-rounded person, etc.
Yeah.
There is some amount of that, but I think...
Yeah, but some people have to work shit
returns.
jobs for the rest of their lives.
I know. But I'd rather just try and gamble.
Try and gamble.
Gamble my way
Need
up.
money
That's
to
my
gamble,
approach
I'm
to it.
afraid.
I know.
Cool. Did you have anything you... I feel like I've been leading this.
You have been leading. Everything I've wanted to say, you keep talking and I forget it, so...
Okay.
I think I said it, my weird bit about sex work and the other thing.
Yep.
I was just going to say, we have to wrap up in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we do.
Because
Because it's Formula One
time,
2023.
23.
First race of the year.
Yeah.
So
This
excited.
is the year of Yas and Vinnie getting into sports.
Yep.
We finally bought a Sky Sports thing.
Yep.
Who's going to win? Who's going to
Probably
be barring...
freaking Max Verstappen. I hate
Max
that guy
Verstappen.
so much. He's so annoying.
Yas is such a Verstappen hater.
I really am.
And I think... I used basically...
It's because I like Mercedes.
Yas likes Mercedes. And then I used to kind of support him as a meme because it was funny. Because I liked laughing at Mercedes losing.
Yeah.
But now the more I like watch Formula One stuff, I love Red Bull.
Why? I don't get it.
Because basically, it's like the work thing. How everyone's a sex worker but doesn't want to admit it. Everyone in Formula One is a villain, but they don't want to admit it. Except Red Bull.
They don't admit that they're the
They
villain.
basically do. What's the guy called?
Christian Horner.
Christian Horner basically just laughs at people. He's like, oh no, Toto's car's been underperforming. We had to capitalise on that. And they just like look at the camera.
Yeah, why does he talk like that, man?
Because he embraces being a villain.
Yeah, but it's the way he talks is so
It's
just
villainous.
like...
It's evil.
Yeah,
But
it
the
is,
thing
it is, but it's
Toto...
like... This is what I hate about villains, though, because they like... they're just like... They're not villainous enough for you to be able to call them out on it.
Oh, you can call them out, I think.
No, but it's just like...
Right.
Yeah, anyway, what are you saying about Toto?
No, but I was just saying, Toto would do the same. Basically, Yas gets annoyed when basically something will happen. Red Bull will be like, oh, this is a good opportunity for us. Capitalise on it.
Focus on yourself.
Capitalise
That's
on
what
the
I have to
opportunity.
say to Red Bull.
Takes down another team, wins. And then Yas says, focus on yourself. Blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, other teams would all do the exact same thing. The only difference is that Red Bull's less humble about it.
I just feel like they're so sneaky.
It's so funny.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
It's the way like Christian Horner talks is like he's like, oh yeah, well we're gonna watch from the race today, and what happened was Ferrari made some questionable decisions, and unfortunately that just didn't pan out the way that they wanted to. And what happens is when people make those kind of decisions, it's time for us to jump in. And we happened to win that day, but, you know, what can I say? We just happened to make the best decisions that day. And, yeah, I guess that's just us. And you know what? That was nice. That was
pretty humble.
That was pretty humble. You know what? I can't even be that villainous. It's too difficult.
See? It's difficult. It takes skill. You got to respect the villainous skill.
He's a real arsehole.
Yeah.
I was too nice about that. He's so much worse.
He's fun.
Toto's just so chilled and like...
Toto's chilled.
Yeah, he's...
No, Michael, no!
that was
chilled.
so fixed. It was so fixed. God. Anyway, although he did say in the latest season, he accused everybody of like trying to like kill the drivers or something crazy.
I don't remember what he was
He
saying.
just had a bit of a breakdown.
No, it's because of the
in front
wobbling.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, the Formula 1 cars in the new season, because the new regulations, for whatever reason, they're all lower.
In Drive to Survive.
This is not new season, actually, we should be clear. This is 2022 season.
It's the latest season of Drive to Survive.
Me and Yas are watching Drive to Survive because we're too poor. Except now, we're rich.
Yeah.
Thanks to Patreon.
We don't have Patreon.
I set one up.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I set one up with one tier. You have to be a billionaire. And we got one.
Brilliant.
So we're getting a billion a month.
That's wonderful. What were you saying?
I bought Red Bull.
Amazing. So what were you saying?
I've got to get to Bahrain, so I've got to get on my flight.
Go ahead.
Oh, anyway, the cars are lower, they're wobbling about. So if you're in the car, you're just like the whole time you're just wobbling. And then
That's exactly what it's like, yeah.
It is actually. And then Hamilton got out of his car and his back was just killing him.
Yeah, he was like holding onto his
and basically,
back. He was,
Toto
like,
was just annoyed that he couldn't fix the wobbling, but all the other teams managed to because he's incompetent, etc. JK. But also
not fair.
kind of true, country. Anyway, and then he's like, "Oh, we need to get the regulation changed. It's killing us. Soon we will have a driver with a broken back." And it's like everybody else is fine. It's just he's worried about Lewis Hamilton. So it sucks for him. He's trying to change the rules. Who does that remind you of?
Nobody. What are you talking about?
Any sneaky people? You're refusing to. This is what I mean. The Red Bull guy, he would admit. He'd be like, "Yeah, it reminds me of me," but you're fake virtuous as a Mercedes guy. Doesn't remind me of anyone.
No, it's different. I'm sorry, it's different.
He's completely different. Toto's a nice guy. He never tries to bend the rules in his favour. He wasn't. He wasn't at all. He wasn't having a huge argument about it at all.
It's totally different. I'm sorry. It is.
What do you mean?
Because Christian Horner, he just like picks things apart. He's like specifically like, okay, I'm gonna search for everything. Like, I'm like, if he's like, not, if he isn't winning, he was like, okay, we're not winning. Okay,
Right,
let me look at all of the other teams. Let me look at all of the other teams. No, but I know what's gonna happen.
Toto's not winning.
You know what, why you like Red Bull
teams.
so much is because you're just like them. So you like
A genius. A winner?
No, because the way you use like logic to like just quote
mark logic. Logic
no,
or not logic?
it's just you don't understand.
It's gaslighting.
Yes, it's totally gaslighting.
That was me saying it was gaslighting. Was actually gaslighting.
No,
so you just walked into a trap.
I'm really struggling to express myself here, and you're not letting me.
Continue.
No, I'm done.
What
That's
if I
it.
talk like Toto so you feel like I'm someone who you can talk to?
I can't talk to you.
You can talk to me anytime. Please, tell me what you think.
Stop, please.
I get what you're saying, but I think
No,
they're exactly
you
the
don't.
same.
You don't get what I'm saying
I
at
do.
all.
Okay, do you want me to explain
What do you
I
think I'm saying then?
You're saying that the Red Bull guy goes out of his way to look out for these little annoying things that he can nitpick apart and get rules changed to benefit him. And you're saying that Toto, whatever other people, they don't go out of their way to. They only do it if they need to.
Yes.
Okay, so I was listening. I do have a great read in the situation.
Well, your
I'm a
response to me talking.
Because I'm in the future.
What does that mean?
No, because basically this is what I'm saying. I understand your argument. But it's exactly what Toto... It's what they all do. They're all doing the exact same thing. It's just Red Bull admits they're doing it.
They don't admit they're doing it.
Okay, they don't admit, but they smile sneakily, knowingly. You can't admit it, because it's bad for PR, but they kind of go, uh-huh, we did that. Whereas Toto's like, I just did what was right. That's it. Sorry if you don't like that. And you're like, wow.
When did he do that?
It'll be in Bahrain.
When did he do that?
We'll say it in Bahrain.
No, he didn't do anything.
You get what I'm saying though.
Do you know, actually, I can't remember what season it was. I think it was, I want to say season 2, might have been season 3, of Drive to Survive.
You're just biased, that's all.
I I can't remember what the team was called. Oh yeah, you know what? It was Force India, and they had a new car. They were doing really well in the beginning, and everyone was like, "This car looks exactly like the Mercedes car," and everybody complained about them. Not everybody. There were like certain teams that complained. Red Bull being one of them. Obviously, they were pissed off. And they, camera crew asked Toto Wolff about it. And you know what he did? He laid back, crossed his arms, and he was like, if people have to do what they want to do to win, then they can do it. Just, whatever. Just be the better team. It's doesn't bother me. So,
Cool.
But could you imagine if someone copied the Red Bull car? The outrage that Christian Horner would have. He'd have a freaking aneurysm.
He might have an aneurysm, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I'm just saying his whole attitude is just too... he does it too much. If something, like, ever slightly, like... If someone ever slightly tries to... Not even tries, slightly breaks the rules of Formula One, he just jumps on it. Like a freaking...
Yeah, but
kangaroo.
You've got to do what you've got to do to win.
That's what I mean. He wants to win too bad. He needs to just like chill out. He needs to just have fun a bit more.
I see. Anyway,
that's why he's too competitive, and it's off-putting to his personality.
The head of Red Bull Formula One, current reigning world champ team, is too competitive. That's the take.
Yeah, and he's less likable because of that. So
Maybe.
That's my opinion.
But you know what? He also wins. How's Mercedes doing?
They were winning.
Yikes. Maybe Toto needs a bit of a snake in him.
I mean, do you really want to win on technicalities? Like, that seems so dumb.
Yes, you do.
It's not a real win, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I have just not been very articulate at all.
I think you'll be fine when you listen back.
Yeah, okay. My brain's just like a bit all over the place. I need some hydration.
Oh.
Formula. What were you going to say?
I don't know. Let's go watch Formula 1.
Yes, we should watch Formula 1. I think I'm going to become teetotal.
You say this a lot.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
I think it's fine. I mean, you don't drink a lot. You just drink... I think it's good to drink sometimes.
I think I'm only going to drink on special occasions.
Just drink less, maybe.
Yeah, I do drink less.
No, like... You seem like you drank a lot.
Oh, yeah, because this is why whenever I drink, I just drink too much.
Anyway, Formula 1 fans, aka Joe, let us know your thoughts on the Formula 1 discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other thing is, the main thing, which you have to bear in mind, is, as Toto himself said,
what?
This is not a documentary, this is Top Gun. I think
What does
they
that mean?
try and make certain people look bad on Drive to Survive. Because they just edit together. Like, they try and create these characters, right?
Yeah.
Because you should. It's good storytelling and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like... This is what I'm saying when it's like... I guarantee you behind the scenes Toto is like... Yeah, their car has this thing on it. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less, to be honest. I'm just basing this off of what I've seen.
Off the reality TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
More fun that way.
More fun that way. I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I watch reality TV, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. You want the drama. I mean, that's why we were so into, like, Love is Blind, right?
Yeah.
And The Ultimatum as well. We, like, had a phase where we were just, like, binging, like, trash TV.
If you think about it too much, it's bad. You should just, like, go with what they present to you.
Exactly.
Like, this person is an evil, horrible person, I guess. Because you don't know. How are you meant to know otherwise? Anyway, I think that's it.
You shouldn't go into it thinking that this is real life if you're watching reality TV. Like, that's not what its purpose is.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to watch it and be like,
this is a fictional story.
Yeah. And people...
But you know what's not fictional?
What?
The standings of Formula 1. So shout out to Red Bull. Our next sponsor, allegedly.
Hey man, Alonso's doing pretty well.
You know what? I'll jump allegiance.
Huh?
I'll jump allegiance to Alonso.
I don't really like Alonso, to be honest.
Really?
It's kind of annoying.
That's the craziest take you've had all day.
Really? Why?
How is he annoying?
He just annoys me.
I think
but you haven't seen all of the Drive to Survive season.
No, but Alonso's been about like I've seen Alonso when I used to watch Formula 1.
Yeah, he used to be really good, wasn't he? Yeah.
He's not like a new person. He's been around like 15 years.
I'm basing this off of personality.
The reality TV, I see. No, Alonso's
reality
great.
TV
Alonso's great.
Personality.
Like, you should root for Alonso.
Really? Why? Why is he great?
Just a nice guy.
Is he?
He's like a boss. It's like how they present
Really?
Bottas.
Oh, I love Bottas.
So, anyway, let's go. I'm out. Bye. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.